Hey guys, Mark here, with probably a short update. We'll see how long this thing goes. Um, the big work over the last few weeks has been putting the left front inner fender back in, which is this great big piece of metal. The old one had been rusted out and didn't have a safe place to put the battery as it should, and so ordered this out of a special salvage yard down in near Dallas, Texas, called Brown's, and spent a few hours cleaning all of the dirt and rust off of it, and then painting it and straightening it out because there was some damage from when it was in the salvage yard, and maybe from transit, not sure. So we got this, and had to replace some things on it, like the captured nuts, which are what holds the fender onto this. Got the electronics, which is a lot of this is just is ignition related, or like this is the horn relay, and this one I'm not sure what that one does. This is the voltage regulator. So, and it distributes the wiring for the front of the car comes up, and I had to save this piece right here and reattach this to the new piece, and that basically carries all of the headlight wires and the front parking light wires and the horn wires, and also wiring for the generator. And this thing took longer to put it in than I expected, in addition to having to straighten stuff out, like this piece here had been bent back probably about an inch or so, so I had to pull that out. And then we have just a whole slew of bolts, starting, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, nothing down that side, and we've got 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So just a fair amount of putting stuff together and having to leave everything loose until all the bolts are in, so you make sure everything is working okay. And then you can start tightening stuff down. So it was an interesting task. Like I said, it took a lot longer than I expected it to. But we're making progress, steady progress. I can now keep the battery in the car again instead of on the floor. Yeah, because I just didn't trust the battery tray that's part of this inner fender. Did not trust it to hold a big heavy battery. So what else? Down here you can see the new fuel line that I'm working on. Still got some work to do on that one before I attach it to the front member, cross member. And this big hole here is where the radiator will go. And one of the things that I did with the new one, you might as well do it, replacing these rubber grommets that the wiring goes through, because the old ones were like rock. So I had to break those up, get nice fresh ones, new terminal blocks like this, because the old ones were 70 years old and rusted, and the underlying plastic or bakelite or whatever the substrate is was cracking. So get that stuff replaced, so I get better connections and don't have to worry about wires rubbing against the actual steel of the car, which would be very bad. So, and the other thing I've been doing, and I think I'd mentioned that I'd taken the front seat out of the car, And now the back seat is also out of the car. And I took both seats up to an upholstery shop, and hopefully in a month or so we'll have reupholstered seats. Also spent some time. I saw a hole in this part of the upholstery. I think you can see it down there. And sure enough, when I pulled that piece out, I could see that there was a mouse nest in there. And so all that had to be replaced. Or not replaced, but removed. Because I don't like mousy smell. It's pretty nasty. Then we got some more these parts here that I'm going to get re-chrome plated. That's an expensive process because it's probably going to be about $400 for each one of these pieces, and there's 2 of each of these, so that's like $1,600. And before I put the seats back in the car, I've started doing a very thorough cleaning of the floor pan, make certain we don't have any mouse poop or dried mouse urine or any of that stuff on the floor. Then I can paint it, put a carpet down, then I'll do the seats, install the seats, and get all that done. So that's just a quick down and dirty, and literally dirty update on what I do on the Buick. So see some of you guys later. Thanks. Bye.